Roadrunner here. There's little Xena right there sleeping. We are in Littlefield, Texas. We are close to the Santa Fe Clovis branch line, whatever the hell you want to call it. Anyways, so just to do a little update, we are currently on our way up to Santa Fe. We'll probably be there in about maybe a week or something, depending on how long this takes. And the plan is, at the moment, is we are going to stay in Santa Fe, specifically east of the city towards the National Forest area until my 22nd birthday. And the reason why is I want to work on different kinds of videos outside of the vlogging and the traveling aspect of it. I want to work more on towards doing like bushcraft and making shelters and different structures and how to live in the wild and rewilding and crap like that. The problem is I just found out, 'cause, I wasn't planning on doing this actually, but I go by Santa Fe at least once a year, sometimes 2 or 3 times. And I found out that about a month ago, the local news report team over there, whatever the hell you want to call them, the local news channel, reported that because of how dry Santa Fe National Forest is right now, they had shut the whole thing down. And I wanted to do a video discussing why I think that's kind of stupid. And there's another video I saw too, which I'm going to comment on real quick. And it had been about 7 or 8 months ago when this was uploaded. People were making like structures, livable structures, out in Santa Fe National Forest in the surrounding area. And the thing is, the rules is you're not supposed to have a structure that has like I think it's supposed to be like a base, like a foundation. It's not supposed to have a foundation. Like right now, we're at a friend's motel. A friend of mine owns this motel we're in right now, and it has a foundation to keep the building up. Well, these structures were made from old wood, logs and all that crap. And apparently that's a fire hazard because, again, at that time, which I'm pretty sure is prior towards the end of summer, I don't know when this one was made, that they decided that was a no-no because there were fire pits found in the middle of them. And the lady talking about it was this old hag, looked like she works for the city or something like that, which to me it's like, what the hell does she know? You can't tell me, somebody who lives 90% of his life in the woods and out in the wild and such, when you're dressed in khakis with a Santa Fe, New Mexico City employee t-shirt, whatever the hell you want to call it. You can't tell me that I don't know what I'm doing. And then they said that they wanted whoever the person it was to stop putting the structures up. And this ties back in with what I was just talking about earlier about the video that was released a month ago. You can't stop humans from being humans. In my mind, in my eyes, what I believe is we are supposed to be in the wild. We're not supposed to be. I just can't grasp my mind. I know it's been going on for over a century now at least, but I just can't grasp my mind that we're gonna be having to rely on TVs, the internet, cars, phones, planes, trains, all this other crap. I mean, I know I'm using a phone right now to record, but I'm not going to be relying on it forever. When I get out to Santa Fe, I'm probably not going to be on the internet for a couple of days, So it's like when people are trying to, I guess for a lack of better words, to find their roots of being in the wild and such, and they're trying to make these shelters, and they're going primitive and all that, and then some hotshot douchebag up in the city or county or whoever the hell this is that runs it, thinks that it's a bad idea and they want you to stop because they want you to follow their ideas, then I got a problem. And this goes all the way back to a video I did about a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago, where I was talking about why I don't care for the government or whatever the hell it was I was talking about at that time. I don't. Again, I find it funny how everybody. I mean, let's think about it. The government's only made up, in the United States at least, maybe 10% of the population, maybe 15. That's a really small amount. So, with that being said, if most of us, and I've seen the videos and I've heard the people in person, I've heard the people talking in person, I've seen the books. If there's a larger amount of us who don't agree with it, why are we taking this shit? No, it's not only the U.S. It's all over the country. I've lived for years without having a phone, without having internet, without even having video games other than Atari and a game, the little Game Boy Colors. That's all I had electronica wise. And if I watched TV, I only had 3 channels. I had the bunny ears, you know. So again, like I said in an old video, I think we're too far advanced. I think everybody needs to get their heads up out of their ass. And I know somebody's probably thinking that about me, because I wouldn't doubt it. And aside from that, we need to realize we're slowly killing ourselves. I mean, we're dying anyways, but it's like we're more killing ourselves towards what everybody else wants us to be rather than what we want to do. And when we do something that we want to do and somebody doesn't like it, and that's when everybody starts to get offended, which truthfully, fine by me. Fuck them. I don't give a shit. I get people in the comments all the time. Up until a couple months ago, I had all these home bums pissed off. Oh, you ain't no hobo. You ain't a hobo. You don't even ride freight trains. Bull fucking shit. Just because I don't do videos of it doesn't mean I don't do it. And most of the people on my YouTube who subscribe to me knows me in person, knows I ride trains. But that's not even being a hobo. Hobo is a migrant worker. He travels the country in search of work. Doesn't mean he has to ride freight trains. Doesn't mean he has to dog it, which if you know what that means, it means taking the Greyhound. He travels the country in any way he can, and he tries to find work as much as possible. I live a straight edge life. I don't smoke, drink, or do drugs. I do cannabis. That's about it. And again, why we let people run our lives like this is beyond me. It pisses me off. The fact that I had to follow a group of people's rules when I go out to a national forest or a state park or something. Oh, well, you can only be here for 14 days and then you gotta go. Bull fucking shit. If I want to be here, I want to be here. It's my decision, not yours.